So what we want to do is we want to look at reducing fractions. And it's really important that we're always remembering that when I get a final answer, it has to be in lowest terms. So what we're going to do when we do this is basically you're doing division. You want to find what number is the largest number that both the numerator and the denominator have in common. Now, does that mean if you pick a smaller number it's not going to work? No, it just means you'll have to go through more steps than what you originally thought you would. So if I look at the first one, I have 9 over 27. Some of you are going to see right off the bat that they're both divisible by 3, and others are going to see right off the bat that they're both divisible by 9. So let's work it both ways. Let's say first we see that it's divisible by 9. So I'm going to write out my thought process. So I'm going to have 9 divided by 9 divided by 27 over 9. Now remember, anything over itself is always 1. And 27 divided by 9 is 3. So that would be one way to work it. Now some of you may have just seen that it's divisible by 3. So this time it would be 9 over 3 all over 27 divided by 3. So when I do that, 9 divided by 3 is 3. And 27 divided by 3 is 9. So when you get this answer, you're like, oh man, 3 still goes into each one of those numbers. So what I would have to do is I'd have to do one more step. I'd have to divide both by 3. So again, there's my thought process. Anything over itself is still 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And you notice that these two answers are the same. So no matter how you work it, you're still going to get the same answer. So you need to do what works best for you and not just what I demonstrated. Now what about this next one? I've got 10 and 30. Well, I remember from my divisibility rules that if it ends in 0, both of them are divisible by 10. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide each one by 10. Again, this step is just so that you can see what I'm doing, not that you have to actually do it. On the numerator, anything over itself is 1, so I get 1. 30 divided by 10 is 3. Is there something else? Could you have divided by 2? Yes. Could you have divided by 5? Yes. So there's a number of ways to work all of these problems. Now this last one, why don't you try this last one, pause the video, come back and see if your thought process and the answer is correct. So welcome back. I noticed that I have a 2 and an 8. Both of these are even, so I know they're divisible by 2. Again, I want to go ahead and write out my thought process just so you can see it. Remember, anything over itself is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4.